Have you ever heard of sexual imprinting? Sexual imprinting is a very, very complex subject. It's very, very difficult to explain. I mean, I can make a whole 2-hour video about it, but I'm going to try to make it as simple as possible for you to understand how it works. So when a woman say, oh, you're not my type, or I don't like you like that, you shouldn't beat yourself up about it. You should definitely not beat yourself up about it or become self-conscious and start beating yourself up. It's not worth it. The thing is, if a woman say, yo, you're not my type, I don't like you like that, it's because you're not part of her network. A woman first time will determine the type of guy she'll be chasing or the type of guy she'll be attracted to, because her first time is where everything started. Her very release of the chemical will determine the type of guy she'll be dating. Once the chemical releases into her system, she's gonna chase that high. It's basically the carrot in the front of her that she's following blindly. All right, so I want you guys to remember something. It's very important to remember it, guys. The CBT triangle loop, and because that's how you're going to be able to understand woman nature, and that's how you're going to be able to understand yourself a little bit better, because we use CBT triangle loop to create our personality. Okay, so you have thoughts, emotion, and behavior, and you have behavior, thoughts, and emotion. So once you have a thought, it automatically triggers an emotion and you act on the feeling, obviously. Or if you behave a certain way, you create a thought pattern and automatically associate itself with a emotion, and the pattern can basically be reinforced, because whenever you retrieve a thought, it automatically creates the emotion and you act on it and it's being reinforced. So once a woman experiences an orgasm for the first time, the guy behavior, the guy personality will create a neural network into the woman's mind. Let's say a woman first time happened to be with a hood man, okay? So what's gonna happen in her mind? It's gonna create a neural network of the hood guy. So the way the guy dressed, the way he talked, the way he walked, the way he behaved, the sound of his voice, it's what the neural network is. It's basically a spider web of different things about the guy to create the image of the guy, follow with all kinds of chemicals to make her feel like she love him, or he's the one, like he's the guy that she needs to be with in order to be happy, or in order to experience the same chemical feeling. And that chemical is very, very powerful. Okay, so I was just talking about the thoughts, the image now, guys. So let's jump down to feelings. The feeling she's going to experience called phenethylamine, PEA for short. You can look it up, phenethylamine. So the chemical phenethylamine is the same chemical as methamphetamine or something like that. You know how powerful that drug is. It's the reason they say, yo, stay away from it. You can become extremely addicted to it. You won't be able to let it go. You won't be able to stop using it. We know. So it's basically the same exact chemical into the brain that releases when she experienced the orgasm for the first time. It's the reason some people, they become addicted to porn, they become addicted to sex, they become addicted to a lot of different things. It's because of the chemical, okay? It located in the caudate nucleus, they call it, or in the limbic system. So you also have oxytocin. Oxytocin basically allow you to bond, allow you to connect. And you know, women, they have a lot of oxytocin into their system. So they connect with the person. They create a bond with that person, mix with the PEA. All right. So it's the chemicals, it's the feeling she'll be experiencing. So do you see why it's going to be extremely difficult for her to, like, let's say, to ignore a guy like that? Because the image she created in her mind, thoughts, and the feeling she's experiencing feels really, really good when she sees the guys, when she hears the voice, when she sees him, like, let's say, walk, for instance. And behavior gonna be, she's in love with him, she's chasing him, she wants to be with him forever. It's the type of behavior she'll be experiencing. So let's say they didn't work out. Okay, let's say they didn't work out, the guy walk away, or something happened. What's gonna happen? She's going to be chasing for a similar type of guy. Do you understand what I'm saying? A similar type of behavior, similar pattern, because what's going to happen? Her mind going to basically make her chase similar type of guy. So let's say the first guy happened to, like, you know, behave kind of similarly. She will be attracted to you. Because once you pull one string of the thought, like let's say the way you speak, if it's similar, it would release the chemical into the system. All you need is one cue to release the chemical into the system, and she's gonna think like, oh wow, I don't know, something about him, but I think I'm attracted to him. Is what she's gonna be thinking about. And of course, you're not gonna be like the guy. You're not gonna be exactly like him. You're gonna have your own ways. So if she happens to connect with you, she's going to basically connect with you, and the neural network gonna be a little bit bigger because she's gonna imprint your personality, your behavior into her network also. So do you see what I'm saying? So let's say you guys didn't work out. She's going to move on to the next guy similar to you, and the neural network will become bigger and bigger and bigger, and it'll automatically start to reinforce itself. Now, it can be altered. It can be changed. You can depattern and repattern it. You can depattern and repattern it. It depends on the reinforcement. If it's been reinforced a lot of times, it's going to be next to impossible. It's the reason, guys, body count is important. If a woman has a high body count and she usually sleeps with, like, let's say the hood men type of guy, believe me, you cannot change her. You won't be able to do anything about it because it's already been reinforced, and her system won't be able to change just like that. Or it will be extremely difficult to depattern and repattern. But if she had sex, let's say with two guys or something like that, yeah, you can definitely depattern and repattern it because it's not strong enough. It's the reason body count is very important for a man to know, because if you know a woman had sex with, let's say, 30 guys, 20 guys, and they were all gangsters, for instance, do you really think you're going to be her type? No, you're not, because she basically has a type, like, you know, which happened to be a gangster. Is the type of guy she usually go for. Is the type of guy she attracted to. Of course, when a woman get older, they usually, you know, pull back. Okay, it's not working out for me. Let me go for a nice guy. But even when they settle with a nice guy, they usually go back and cheat with the gangster type of guy. I'm just using the gangster term as an example. Okay. So that's how it works, guys. So let's say a woman, she had sex for the first time with an entrepreneur or a guy who's about his business, he's disciplined or whatnot. Now, if you're not disciplined, she probably won't find you attracted. If you don't behave the same way as a disciplined guy, for instance, she's not going to be able to find you attractive. You get what I'm saying? So that's how it works. But like I said, it can be changed. So let's say the reinforcement is not strong enough. Someone else can come along. A hood guy can come along and depattern and repattern her mind. Let's say the hood guy stimulate her a certain way, make her feel really, really good. She experienced the orgasm. It's the orgasm she's chasing, guys. It's something to keep in mind. She's chasing the orgasm. So which means if a guy come along, he able to make her orgasm. When she experiences it, the guy can 100% depattern and repattern her mind. It's the reason I always say you must learn to control your emotion, and you're not supposed to be acting on an emotion, and you're not supposed to let a woman control you. Once you don't let a woman control you, you follow yourself. You know who you are. You follow your own beliefs. She's going to automatically, if she likes you now, she's going to automatically jump into your wagon. She's going to follow whatever you say. Not like, oh, do this, do that. No, it's not what I'm talking about. She's going to like your behavior. She's going to like your personality. She's going to get used to it. So while she becoming used to it, she accept your personality. She accept who you are. The pattern basically being reshaped. You get what I'm saying? Especially if it make her feel good. But if she had a crazy body count, if her body count very high, or her imprinting already being reinforced, believe me, you're not going to be able to change it. You're not going to be able to change it at all because it's permanently there. She's done. Okay, guys, it's basically trying to change an old person mind. If you have grandparents, if you have parents trying to change their minds and see what happened, you won't be able to change their mind because they've been in the world for so long. Their pattern, their personality being reinforced for so long. To change it will be next to impossible. We know that. We all know that. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button for more great content. If you have anything to say, let it out in the comment section. See you next time. Ciao.